check. I hope these are helpful videos for you. This one, I'm going to go over the tune Rockin' Robin, and then you'll have 2 more videos for Yankee Doodle and Surf Rock, all from the book on page 14. And the process I'm going to go through is that we'll establish what the rhythm is, and then establish what all notes we need to play on the guitar, and then we'll put those 2 things together. So there's sort of a slow motion way to really go step by step, and I know you like to learn things thoroughly, so I want to infuse the way you like to learn with the way I think is good to learn this, so hopefully it works. Let me know how this goes for you, and I guess we'll just jump into it. So in Rockin' Robin, we have 2 types of notes rhythmically speaking, quarter notes and half notes. So, and every measure adds up to 4 beats. So a quarter note is 1 beat each, half notes are 2 beats each. So I want you to taw the rhythm before you play it. And the way you're going to do this is every time you see a quarter note, you're just going to say ta. Every time you see a half note, you're going to say ta. So if you look at the first measure, it has 4 quarter notes in it. Ta, 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 ta. And you'll notice I'm not thinking about the notes on the guitar or anything. It's just the rhythm right now. So the first measure, ta, 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 ta. If we were to conduct, I think we've done this together, it would be ta, 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 ta. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can pause now, try ta, 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 and then come back for the second measure. The second measure, quarter, quarter, half note. So it's going to be ta, ta, ta. So you can just go ta, 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 or you can conduct ta, ta, ta. So that last one is going to be 1, 2, and then as you conduct 3, 4, ta. Okay? So the first measure plus the second measure is going to look like this. Ta, 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 ta. If you want to totally nix the conducting, fine. Just make sure you go ta, 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 ta. Somehow you need to keep track of the beat. You could put on a metronome. Okay, so the first 2 measures go like this. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, now you'll notice measure 3 and 4, so this is finishing up the first line of Rockin' Robin. The rhythm is exactly the same as the first 2 measures. And then if you go down to the second line, the rhythm is the same again in the first 2 measures. So we have 6 quarter notes in a row, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then half note 3, 4. So practice that rhythm all by itself 3 times in a row. Ta, 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 ta. Pretty simple, right? And then second line, the last 2 measures, and the measures are actually numbered here, which is awesome. So measures 7 and 8, all quarter notes. So just ta, 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 ta. Ta, ta. Okay, so ta, 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 ta. Because we want all the quarter notes to be exactly the same tempo as they were previously. Now the last line mixes up the rhythm just a little bit. Quarter, quarter, half note in the first measure, measure 9. Measure 10, half note, quarter, quarter. So it's a little palindrome. Ta, 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 ta. Okay? And then the last 2 measures, quarter, quarter, half, and then the last measure, half and half. So the last 2 measures go ta, 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 ta. So once you get the rhythm, now we're going to look at what are the note names without even playing it on guitar. The first note is the highest note that you play, and the last note is the lowest note that you play. And just in short, all you're playing is F, E, D, B, A, G on the guitar. So I lied. Now I'm talking about it on the guitar. But if we read the notes, the first measure is F, E, D, E, and then it goes on F, E, D. So read through the whole piece, just reading the note names. You don't have to worry about making the half notes long. Just do each note at a time so that you're recognizing what the note names are on the staff. So if I continue, measure 3, F, E, D, B, measure 4, A, G, G, measure 5 is the same as the first two measures, measure 6 is the same as the third measure, and measure 5 and 6 are the same as the first two measures, 7 is the same as the third measure, and then 8 is A, G, G, B. So it's very close to being the same as the fourth measure. So the first two lines are essentially the same. Then the last line, A, G, 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 B, A, G, 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 G. So all in all, not too bad. And then you want to say the notes in rhythm. So take your ta, 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 and instead of saying ta, say the note names. So the first two measures sound like this. F, E, D, E, F, E, D. Okay, and then the next two measures, F, E, D, B, A, G, G. So I'd go through the whole tune like that. I'll just do the last line here, starting at measure 9. A, G, 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 B. A, G, 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 G. So a really great phrase is if you can sing it, you can play it. So in this case, if you can say it, you can play it. You don't have to sing the notes. Now, if you were playing a fretless instrument, you'd want to be able to actually sing F because we don't have frets on violin to tell us where to put our fingers. So thankfully, the guitar does the pitch for you once you're in tune. All right, so now I'm going to again strip the rhythm and just find the notes on the guitar. So the first measure, F, E, D, E. So I have F, E, and then D, and then E. And then I'm going to try to do that in timing. Ready? And F, E, D, E. And that's it. Just one measure at a time until you can put two measures together and then try to do a whole line and then put two lines together and then put the whole thing together. So you see how it's broken down and we kind of build it back up again. So then the second measure is F, E, D. So I have an F, E, and then a long D. So in time, it would sound like this. F, E, D. And I'm letting it ring for the whole 2 beats. Now when I put the first two measures together, it sounds like this. And now I'm going to say the notes while I play them. F, E, D, E, F, E, D. And then I can add my metronome. Keep me even more honest. Now I'm going to say the notes in my head because I'm going to listen to the metronome out loud. See, I kind of rushed it a little bit, so I would do that again. 3. Alright, so go through Rockin' Robin measure by measure like this. to make sure that you know where all the notes go, and then just 2 measures at a time, and then that whole line and that whole line. Now, to give you something to practice with, I'm going to play Rockin' Robin at a slow tempo and then play it at a fast tempo. Okay, so for my slow tempo, I'm going to go 72, and then the fast tempo will go 92. So the first tempo will be 72. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I will play the chords at 72 so that you can practice playing the rhythm with the chords. So it's going to be about here. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll be your metronome, but with chords. Okay? So every strum is going to be 1 beat. I play G for the first 2 lines, 8 measures, and then C for the first 2 measures of the last line, and then G for the last 2 measures of the last line. Here we go. Rockin' Robin, chords at 72. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you should be able to practice melody with those chords. For the fast tempo, I'm going to go at 104. So this is a little bit faster than I was experimenting with earlier, but this is a good fast tempo for you to work toward. All right, just the melody here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. I'll just keep it going, and now I'm going to play the chords. I'll be your metronome. Every beat with the metronome while you play the melody. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second line, 1. There you have it. So that was it for Rockin' Robin, and the next video will be on Yankee Doodle.